Crail, where the buildings lean, the wind bites, and your phone gives up trying to adjust for the light. Today we are exploring a freezing Royal Burgh with a harbour so charming it has been recreated in Lego, and a church so old it predates reliable heating. Like, subscribe and buckle up, we are going outside. We arrive at Crail Parish Church, or at least we arrive outside it. The door was locked, which is understandable. If I owned a 12th century structure full of fragile history and unpaid heating bills, I'd keep the public out too. Dating from 1175, the church exterior has the confident sturdiness of something that has outlasted multiple plagues, several monarchs, and countless overambitious wedding planners. The stonework isn't so much decorative as it is determined. It's the sort of building that would still be standing if the rest of the village washed into the sea. Outside, the graveyard surrounds the church in the usual quiet but judging fashion. Some stones are legible, most are pitted and leaning like tired commuters waiting for a bus that stopped running in 1862. There are 18th century table stones, Victorian monuments, and a few that look like they predate the alphabet. You don't need to get inside to feel the weight of history. It's already waiting for you in the lichen and the silence. Back in the village centre, the war memorial stands in quiet contrast to the surrounding buildings. A gate-shaped stone holding 64 names across 2 world wars. Not statistics, neighbours. Move 10 paces and you hit the Tolbooth, a stout late 16th century block of civic ambition, with a clock tower bolted on in 1776. It looks like the sort of building that's been in a few arguments with the weather, and lost most of them. Inside, it once held a courtroom and a prison. Marjorie Patterson was locked up here in 1625 for witchcraft, which, in Fife terms, may have just meant she was better at baking than her neighbours. The Dutch connection is everywhere. The bell is from Rotterdam, the roof is suspiciously kiln-shaped, and the architectural choices are exactly what happens when Flemish send blueprints to people who already had a ladder and no fear of falling. Attached is a town hall, a later addition from 1814. It once housed a library, but that's gone now, presumably replaced by something more community-focused, like nothing. If you walk downhill from anywhere in Crail, you end up at the harbour, which is convenient, because that's also where the wind goes to get stronger. The harbour dates back to medieval times, expanded in the 1800s by Robert Stevenson, the grandfather of the famous author, and less prone to pirates. Fishing here isn't for show. Boats still bring in lobsters and crabs, though the fishwives now drive hatchbacks. In the past it was herring and the infamous Crail capons. Smoke haddock dried until structurally ambiguous. The customs house on the quay is from the 1600s, with crow steps, gables, and a carved lintel featuring a boat and the initials of 2 people who apparently owned it, or each other. Next to it, the lobster cottage, built in the 1630s, and now possibly available on Airbnb for more than a lobster would earn in a month. In the far corner you'll find the remnants of the gasworks, because nothing says historical charm like industrial residue near a beach. It's one of the most photographed spots in Scotland, which is ironic given that the wind makes holding a camera an act of bravery. Just up from the harbour is the Doocot, a 16th century stone dome built for housing pigeons, or, if you're modern, heavily protected collection of bird toilets. It has 1700 nest boxes and a potence ladder, which is essentially a rotating stick that lets you harvest eggs, droppings, and the occasional furious pigeon. So, that's Crail, a royal borough built on trade, faith, pigeons, and the type of wind that resets your spine. We wandered, we listened, we didn't get frostbite, just character. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, or don't. I'm not your mum.